Hello everyone, welcome to another video. Sorry it's been a while since I last recorded anything. I have been mad busy with my day job, keeping up with Ignite and doing a few other side projects at the moment, but I'm back with you now and the pace should pick up once again. Thank you to all of my wonderful viewers, my subscribers and my members. It's great to have your support and I am so happy that you are here with me on this journey. Speaking of Ignite, that's what I want to talk to you about today. I'd love to know all of your thoughts about all of the big announcements from Ignite last week. There was a lot to digest. It was very Copilot and AI heavy, as we all expected. And in this video, I want to take the time to talk to you about my key takeaways, my digest of the security announcements. There's going to be a lot of talk of security Copilot across some of my favorite features across Purview and Entra in particular. And I'm going to provide you some links with all of the relevant security announcements that I think you need to know. Stay tuned, it's coming up. So what exactly have Microsoft been talking to us about at Ignite? Well, they've unveiled an expansion of AI for security and security for AI. And most of it is around Copilot. Copilot is the big buzzword around all things Microsoft at the moment, whether it's M365 Copilot or Power Platform Copilot, or in this case, Security Copilot. And what's it all about? What is the future of security with AI? Well, it's all about the increasing speed and scale and sophistication of recent cyber attacks. Means that there's a demand for a new approach to security and that traditional tools are no longer enough to keep pace with the threats posed by cyber criminals. So with Microsoft's new Microsoft Security Copilot, combined with their data advantage and end-to-end security, all built on the principles of zero trust, which is very important. Those principles of assume breach, verify explicitly, and only allow the principle of least privilege. This creates a flywheel of protection to change the asymmetry of the digital threat landscape and favor security teams in this new era of security. So let's dive a little deeper into some of my key takeaways in terms of Security Copilot and the features of security compliance and identity. And we'll start with identity and Microsoft Entra. And you can see on this slide here that we are in the Entra Admin Center. This is a slide taken from Microsoft that they shared on one of their articles, and I will include all of the links to these articles with this video so you can view them yourself and go through them in more detail. And we're in the Entra Admin Center and we're looking at the sign-in logs. And we can see on those sign-in logs on the right-hand side, we've got Copilot started on a particular sign-in incident. The question has been asked by the security admin, presumably, why was this sign-in prompted for MFA? And it's giving us lots of details about this. So this particular user was prompted for MFA due to enforcement of certain conditional access policies during their sign-in attempt. And it gives all the details of the sign-in attempt, the date and time, the application that was used, in this case the M365 Admin Center, IP address, loads of great intelligence here for the security analyst. And it's telling us that the following conditional access policies were also applied, were successfully enforced, conditions were satisfied, etc. So this is really cool stuff. So when investigating a security incident, you can ask Security Copilot all these questions, relevant sign-in and audit log activities, and get these insights right back based on the context. Absolutely superb. So that's it in action. Let's move on, and I don't want to spend too much time on any one particular principle of technology within security, compliance, and identity. But what I want to talk about in a bit more detail is DLP, data loss prevention, and this comes into the Purview side of things, obviously with compliance. And here we can see a query generated in Security Copilot asking which purview data loss prevention alerts should I prioritize today? And that's generating a query, and Security Copilot is coming back and responding. Here are the top purview data loss prevention alerts in your tenant. And the alerts are ranked from high to low severity, and it's important to investigate each to determine the potential impact. So then the analyst is asking, well, can you summarize a particular purview incident, and puts in the code for that incident, and we get a response, and it's telling us that this is a critical multi-stage incident for unwarranted initial access and defense involving user X, and the incident was generated on and at, and when the user tried printing the file and giving the file name from the particular site. So loads of great intelligence there, which is absolutely fantastic. And this is important because conducting DLP investigations can be a very daunting task for security teams. There are a vast and diverse number of data sources across many apps and cloud services, email, endpoints, and others things to analyze. But also, the DLP policies and rules are becoming more complex because they have to be to enforce across different data types and locations and scenarios. So here we go. This is brilliant that DLP capabilities in Security Copilot, in private preview, are going to do all this. So this is definitely something to look forward to and keep a close eye on. Absolutely fantastic stuff indeed. Okay, so we can see a little bit more on DLP actually here. So right within the DLP section, within the new Purview portal, which is coming soon, or may already be available by the time this video hits. But this is selecting an alert from that DLP section within that Purview portal, and it's showing us some details on that alert from Security Copilot, and it's giving us some severity details, and telling the policy responsible is a particular policy, and the file was found to contain credit card information. So really cool stuff indeed, and these are just some of the examples of things that we can expect as we go forward. Now this next one, again, this all taken from Microsoft, and some of these screenshots were quite difficult to get good screen caps on, and some are a bit blurrier when magnified, so I apologize for that. But this one here, this is in the security portal, and this further enriches DLP alerts, which shows user context derived from insider risk management in the actual DLP alerts. This is in public preview, and this allows DLP or SOC analysts who have appropriate permissions to see a summary of past user activities that may have led to a potential data security incident. So as an example, the DLP alert now contains the user risk severity, summary of critical sequence of actions taken by the user, showing that they downloaded confidential files from SharePoint, downgraded a sensitivity label, and compressed the files into a zip before exfiltrating them to a USB device. Wow, there's a lot going on there. And with this context, analysts can more quickly and better understand the user's intent and determine what their the impact of that is, and indeed what their intent was. So absolutely fantastic. So something that's in public preview and is wonderful stuff indeed. Okay, next one, a bit more on DLP actually, and we can see here that we're getting some potential data leak, unprotected data at risk alerts right from within the compliance portal, at compliance.microsoft.com. This doesn't seem to be the newer Purview portal, which we saw a couple of slides ago. But with ever-increasing data sources and data types, it can often be a struggle to connect insights across a fragmented landscape and know what to prioritize. So collecting and Analyzing and acting on these insights takes time, which leads to being more reactive rather than proactive. So in public preview here, shown in this example, Microsoft Purview DLP Analytics. This is leveraging machine learning to highlight the top data protection risk and recommends policies that can help mitigate those risks. So that's really powerful stuff indeed. So, and right from this alert here, it's saying, create this policy, and you can view the policy settings in that take action portion of that flyout panel there. You create the policy risk spotlighting to prevent users from sharing the sensitive info. Absolutely wonderful stuff indeed. Fantastic. Okay. So next, another example here within Purview of showing risky activities from a particular user in over a period of the past 30 days. And this is insider risk management related. So what it's doing is it's showing that insider risk management found certain activities for that particular user in those last few days. Browse malware websites, sequential activity. The user is associated with a sequential activity where they downloaded files from SharePoint and then sent emails with attachments outside the organization 4 times. So that might have malicious intent associated with it, or theft by departing user trying to gain competitive advantage, exfiltration events, and then another question asked based on that. So can you share all the files that the user worked on in the last 7 days? That's a logical follow-up question. And Security Copilot in action there again in conjunction with Insider Risk Management, showing those files that the user accessed. So absolutely brilliant. So powerful indeed. So this is giving us some very, very good use cases and examples of how Security Copilot and these new features are going to work. So here we have another example of this new Purview portal as well, again, which looks very, very new and shiny and nice. And we're looking at insider risk management again, and we're looking at some alerts. We're looking a bit more into this data theft by departing users. And this is showing us comprehensive insights into risky activities that could lead to potential data security incidents. So data is being moved by people, and it can be really challenging to determine whether the movement was inadvertent or malicious. And it's also difficult to know where to start when risky activities are detected over a long period of time. So here we've got Security Copilot inside Insider Risk Management, again, summarizing these alerts to help accelerate these investigations. So it's showing us on the right flyout there with Security Copilot, the alert is a high severity Insider Risk Management alert involving Jane Doe. The policy data theft by departing users was triggered when the user submitted their resignation, and then the user was involved in 2 events where files containing sensitivity labels were downloaded from an unallowed site that led to this alert being generated, and the alert is currently in the needs review state. So AI generated, verify for accuracy. So from there, the analyst could ask some more questions of Security Copilot to get more details, more intelligence on that activity and take the appropriate action. Wonderful stuff. Okay, let's take a look at the next slide. So we're under communication compliance now, which is part of Insider Risk Management, really. It's part of that sort of suite. And here, what we can see is we've got some policy matches and communication compliance, and there's been a surge in digital communications in recent years, it's fair to say, and organizations are definitely more aware of their obligations for regulatory compliance related to business communications. So this requires compliance investigators to review communications violations, and this can be time consuming, especially when reviewing lengthy content like meeting transcripts, email attachments, Teams attachments, or extensive text even. And Security Copilot here in communication compliance, as this shows, addresses these challenges by rapidly summarizing alerts and highlighting high-risk communications that may lead to a data security incident or a business conduct violation. So what we've got here is a question being asked: what content in the message was flagged as gifts and entertainment? So we've got this policy match and for project sync between these two individuals, Nestor and Grady, and this question is being asked. And the Teams meeting transcript occurred between these two individuals about a particular subject and stock manipulation classifiers in this instance. So in the context of gifts and entertainment, a classifier, then Nestor has offered Grady a free complimentary vacation. So that's a problem, obviously. So there we go. And the phrase weak stocks was mentioned, and this is all very, very, very much red flags. So definitely something that this could be very, very difficult to get at more reactively, and Security Copilot is definitely going to be a very positive step to help address those sort of inappropriate and risky communications. And here we go. We've got some more examples here. So in addition to that capability, there's an additional template exclusively for creating policies dedicated to checking all Copilot for Microsoft 365 chats. And this is going to empower administrators to fine-tune their management strategy precisely to their organization's needs, with a focus on user privacy protection. And that's whether it's setting specific conditions or deploying trainable classifiers, and it's going to provide flexibility and adaptability in compliance management. So here in this example, we can see Copilot in Word. We've got prompts entered. So Adele Vance has asked, give me a summary of Project Dragon and when it will be announced. And Copilot in Word has quite rightly responded based on the settings and conditions and policies that are in place that I'm sorry, I'm unable to summarize this topic as it pertains to a confidential project. And the details and announcement date of Project Dragon are not publicly disclosed at this time. So good work, Copilot, for Word there. It's doing its job and doing it right. Wonderful stuff. So that's Security Copilot and Copilot for Word working together effectively, which is wonderful. Bit more on communication compliance there. We've got more content on Security Copilot, and question being asked, what content in this message was flagged as gifts and entertainment? And there we go. Similar sort of things going on here as a couple of examples ago. Meeting transcript occurred and gifts and entertainment. So that's a bit of a repeat of a couple of slides ago, but good to sort of remind ourselves of that. So really cool stuff. And one of the other things that really caught my eye was moving away from some of those features within Purview, like DLP and insider risk management, communication compliance, where we can see that this slide introduces some more built-in features in M365 to make it even easier to protect sensitive data. So what we've got here is we can configure policy tips as pop-ups for labeled emails and attachments with built-in information protection for Outlook. So admins can now configure, and this does relate back to DLP again, DLP rules. So in this case, that will display these warnings in these pop-up dialogues before the users can send out the emails. And it's going to make it more difficult for users to inadvertently overshare or send emails to external users that aren't authorized according to the organization's policies. So what have we got here? This example says your organization does not allow you to send email or attachments with the sensitivity label highly contentious /contoso FTE to external users. So there's a need here to please review and change the sensitivity label or remove external recipients. And there's options there to say, well, the recipient is entitled to receive this content. The email does not have any sensitive content, and input your justifications. So always be careful of that. I think it's a big decision whether to allow those overrides. But as long as you're capturing those justifications, well, it's going to depend. It depends, but always err on the side of caution, I would say. Okay, next, let's take a look at some more great stuff, which is being brought into e-discovery. So this really caught my eye because many of you will know I'm a big fan of e-discovery Premium, and this is about gaining contextual summary of evidence collected in e-discovery review sets. So and legal investigations can take very, very long time, can be very tedious to sit through a list of evidence collected in review sets, and this often requires costly resources like outside counsel to manually go through each document and determine the relevancy to the case. So to help with this challenge, Microsoft have introduced Security Copilot into eDiscovery, and this will quickly generate summaries of documents in a review set, helping to save time and conduct investigations more efficiently. So wonderful stuff. And we can see here in the Security Copilot flyout there, we get a message summary. The conversation discusses the contract with a datum, approval, delay, and a helpful document. It offers some key takeaways here, which can be interpreted and very, very quickly. Again, the appropriate insights on whether this should be included in the eDiscovery export or extraction for whoever has requested that. Fantastic stuff indeed. More on eDiscovery actually on the next slide, and we've got some moving content here. So Security Copilot here, searching for documents authored by a particular user created in 2022 containing Project Alpha, and we can generate a KQL, keyword query language, right from a natural language prompt, which, wow, this is major stuff. Absolutely fantastic. So that is really, really powerful. And search is really one of the most difficult and time-intensive workflows in an eDiscovery investigation. So the ability to do this conversion right into that KQL, so wonderful. I'm really impressed with that, and I can't wait to see that in action. And if we move to the next one, the second major Copilot announcement coming to Microsoft Purview eDiscovery Premium is to help accelerate the review experience. And Microsoft had discussions with their customers, and 60% apparently of eDiscovery admin or managers' time is spent reviewing that evidence. And the ability to generate those summaries of documents in review sets and provide guided prompts to help accelerate and navigate. We can see that in action here, how that looks. Please summarize this data. The message response there tells you all about it. Then we can put in, please identify the key recipients, and we're getting tons of information there, and then we can appropriately tag those files, and absolutely fantastic. Oh, wonderful. At the end of this deck here, I've just got some key links, and I'll obviously you can't click on these from the video, but I will include these in the description of the video. But do check them out, because I've only given you a bit of a glimpse, a bit of a brief overview of some of my favorite security announcements from Ignite. I've not even talked about some things like Intune integration with Copilot, which there is some links to that included here, so take a look at those. And Defender, XDR, and Sentinel stuff. There's some content there. I may do some more videos on that in the coming weeks, but let me know what you think about all of this. I, for one, am very, very excited. And that's it, my friends. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think about all of these exciting features that are on the way. Some are in private preview right now, some in public preview, some, who knows when we'll see them. But lots to look forward to, and lots of things that are going to make our lives a lot easier. Hopefully they will come soon. Hopefully they will be integrated into our working experiences in ethical, responsible, and safe ways. Time will tell, but I'm excited, I have to say. Once I've had the chance to digest and process, I don't like to do an immediate reaction to Ignite, because sometimes I think one thing, and then when I've had a few days to sift through it and read more, it gives you that better impression of what it is, how it can add value, and all that good stuff. But let me know what you think in the comments. Reach out to me. Always love to hear your thoughts. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It takes a couple of seconds. It's free to do so, and it helps me so much to grow the channel. And if you would like to get access to more content, I have membership packages available as well. You can check them out by clicking on the join button. Okay, that's it for another video. I'll be back with more content very soon. Thanks all very, very much. You take care. Bye-bye.